Hello, Facebook. Hello, Facebook family. How is everybody doing today? It was such a beautiful day today. I'm telling you, the trees is out. Things are blooming. People are looming and flowers is blowing. 60-degree weather make people do something crazy and insane. But today, y'all, I'm telling you all, I got the one and the only. I'm telling you guys, I'm so excited about tonight. She was supposed to go on yesterday. Tuesdays and Thursdays is Let's Talk About It with We the People of 412. We're always trying to bring you all someone who can impact, who can give some information, who can make a critical statement on just the things that goes on here in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. And I think I got her today, yes. Ladies, gents, everybody, if you're out there on Facebook, what I want you to do is go on your Facebook page and I want you to friend somebody, bring someone in, click someone in, let them know that we are going live. I have a great person. I'm doing two things at once. I'm telling you all, tonight is gonna be impactful. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna bring this young lady in. She is a dynamic force to be reckoned with. She has blazed over top of this land here in Pittsburgh and the nations, trying to explain and allow people to know the transformation of this thing we call gender reality. This young lady is every bit of everything of what I want to say is a good friend of mine, is my close sister. I work with her throughout so many different things throughout the year with We the People of 412. She's a backbone to me. No other dude, guys. I'm just gonna bring her in because we're short on time and we kind of got you all started late. Let me bring my sister, my friend.
Hey, I can't hear you though.
Can you hear me? Let me see
what's going on with my sound here. I don't know if you can hear me though, but I cannot hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
I can. Can you hear me now?
I don't know why. Hold on, let me log. I have to log back out. Sorry.
Log back out and come on back in. Guys, this is Dena Stanley. She is the executive director of TransYOUniting. Today, being that it's Black History Month, I wanted to bring this woman in, this young lady, this specimen of human substance, because I wanted us to talk about let me take that back. I wanted to talk about the LGBTQ life and what does these initials mean and what is it for our people and how can we relate and how can we not relate and how can we bring excitement to this group of people and basically just bridge the gap. So what we always talk about is bridging the gap, understanding what someone else is doing and how and the reason why they're doing it. So let's see, we're having a little technical difficulties. Let me see where my sister is at and why haven't she jumped back up in here. See if we can get her a little help here. We were supposed to be on yesterday, but again, it has not happened. Let's see.
Okay, I'm back. Now I can hear.
See? What's going on, girl?
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm real well. It's so good to see you, even though we see each other, we talk a lot on the telephone. You look so fabulous. I want to say that to you. You always look so fabulous. So I want to thank you, Dee, for coming in on my platform, our platform, We the People of 412's platform. And I know we always talk about some things that we want to bring to the light because there's so many people who just don't understand. I mean, you know, I was in a meeting one time, and I'm gonna bust. We're gonna laugh throughout this time. So Dena, get ready, girl. Get ready. I was in a meeting, and we were all on a meeting one time, and someone called me a cis man, and I was like, "Hold on," and you was like, "Oh my God." So I'm gonna get right into it, Dena. Let's talk about gay. Let's talk about trans. Let's talk about straight. Let's talk about download. Let's talk about, and I know we ain't got a whole lot of time, but I just want to get into it just so we can talk about it enough so the people can understand just a little bit about it and why it's such a taboo situation. Because I know that there is not enough people who will say to you, I'm big enough, bold enough just to come to you and say, I don't know what that means. We get to throwing them letters around, Dena. People, you know, people all over who we work with, people in the city, all over the city will throw, hey, that's an LGBTQ person. What the hell that mean? What that mean?
I will say this: language is forever expanding, excuse me. And you just have to roll with the times. You know what I mean? Like there's now language for, you know, what we didn't have language for back then. You know, back then we would call gender blenders, but today we call them non-binary folks. You know, there's language for that in certain spaces. When we're talking about cis folks, you know, cis is the same. It's a prefix. It just means the same. So when we're in our spaces and we're having conversations most of the time around like trans folks and cis folks, that's what we say, because we are trans people and they are, you know, you are a cis person because you were born a male and you stayed a male. I was born male. I am a female. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a trans person. You're a cis person. It's simple as that. You know, people make big deals out of it and all this hoopla and holla over nothing. You know, it's all about just respecting a person at the end of the day.
Dena, I just want to let everybody know too. So Dena and I are on several platforms. So if you guys got questions, please do not hesitate to ask them. I am here with it. To the right of me, we do have the media squad on the back end of things. So go ahead and say hello. Fife, what's up, man? I see you out there. I appreciate you coming on. Much love, man. I see you doing your thing. 2024 going to be real big for you, Fife. So I just wanted to say that to you. But I really, really want to talk about the initials. I know you, and we're going to talk about what does him, her, she, them, what does all that mean? But before you get into it,
pronouns.
The pronouns. Let's talk about the L. What does the L stand for?
Liberating. No, you talk about that. And first of all, before we even get into that, we're not going to go into sexuality first. Let's talk about gender. So that's the first thing. So we have to separate the two. People always combine it together, but it's not the same. You know, people can be trans and be heterosexual. People can be trans and be gay. People can be trans and be pansexual, bisexual, and all of those things. So you have sexuality, which is the lesbian, the gay, and the queer community, you know what I'm saying, and bisexual community, questioning and intersex and different things like that. Well, not intersex, but asexual. And then you have the trans community. That's gender. So those are two separate things. But, you know, for so long, they were grouped together. So when I say, you know, the acronym, I say TLGBTQIA plus, because there's so many. Again, it's very expansive.
Listen, girl. I can't keep up with. I say ABCT 1, 2, 3, and I'm not being disrespectful. It's just I got big lips and I can't keep up with everything. I really and truly just don't
keep up with it. But let me say this: it's not about you keeping up with it, but it's about, you know, you as a person within community, you know, making sure that you are just making space for other folks to be comfortable, like how you are able to be comfortable walking around here every single day. So that's all. It's just about, you know what I'm saying, giving people the respect. I mean, literally just, where was it at? Hold on, I'm about to look it up. In Oklahoma, a child in school was beat to death. They did not even call the paramedics because they were a non-binary person. People are losing their lives just because of their gender identity. the other, what, 2 days ago, one day ago, Beaver County school passed, policies targeting the LGBT community just because we're queer folks, we're trans folks, nothing more, nothing less, because they don't understand. And just because they don't understand, I'm sorry, somebody was calling me. Just because they don't understand, they feel like that we should not be talking about it. But that's the beginning of it, because what they ultimately want to do is, we can attack these folks, we can use them as guinea pigs and see how we can infiltrate and do what we want to do, so we can ultimately come in there and do it to the other marginalized communities like Black people.
Dena, I would like to seg my way into, you talk about the brutality and the abuse that people go in just by living their lives. And I'm not gonna get on here in front and act like I don't know what's going on, because I really and truly do. I'm in it. I'm in the trenches with you, and we see it. We have buried and went to a lot of funerals based upon someone's sexual preference. And living in this world,
sexual identity, sexual preference, and their gender identity.
Please continue to correct me, because I'm not as savvy as I should be, as old as I am with it. You so stupid, but it's sad when we get phone calls and people say, so and so has passed on because they was brutally beat because of their sexual identity or sexual wannabe. They just wanted to exist in this world in their own personal space, and people have abused it and taken a stick to what they just truthfully believe in. Over there at TransYOUniting, Dena, where your center is at, please tell us the location of your center again.
So our center is located right on East Ohio Street, on the heart of the north side. It is 525 East Ohio Street. All are welcome to come in. We have case management. We have a queer library. We have a computer center. We have a pantry. We have a toiletry pantry as well. We have a community closet where people can come dressed how they identify or take the clothes home with them. And we just have an open space for you to be free and just, be in the space with folks who look like you and are just being free and being themselves in the space as well. And again, if you need any type of services, you can come over to our center, and we will, if we cannot help you, we will connect you to services that can help.
Dena, I want to talk about a little bit about those services that you provide and how you struggle. And I'm just going to put it out there. And I know, prior to this conversation, you and I talked about it, and you was like saying, nothing's off limit. Let's just be classy about it, because, I could get a little belligerent with things, but you struggle with making sure that there's funds and monies available to continue this work that you're doing. You and your center is over there doing, and you combined your center with another organization. Am I correct?
So what it is a partnership. So it's my organization with another organization, which is Proud Haven. And we partnered up to open up the community center, and not only have the community center, but we have housing as well. So we have a short-term housing, which is 12 to 14 months. It's a kind of rigorous program for folks, for trans folks. I want to be clear. It's for trans non-binary folks. And it is basically to make sure that they understand how to live day to day, you know what I mean? And then we have our emergency housing as well, which that is 1 month. And we have also like 2 beds for super emergencies, which is like 1 week to like 1 day stays as well. So we right now, we currently have 11 beds for folks. And yeah, we're doing the work.
I know you're doing. You're doing the damn
how
thing.
Right. How it's structured is we basically co the space together. We share this space and all of the expenses, and we co and share the expenses for the housing unit as well. And then we have our separate programming. So as far as the housing and in the center itself, we co and share all of those expenses. But when we do all of our programmings are our programmings for our our perspective organizations. My programming is more geared to trans folks and especially Black trans women. So, we really center Black trans women in the workforce development, but just the health and well-being of trans people in general, because there's not enough folks out there doing that, especially here in Pittsburgh. There are a limited amount of trans organizations and even smaller amount of Black trans organizations doing the work here in the city.
I do want to give a shout out since we are talking about a few organizations, because first let's stick with trans. I know you are over there doing the work. I have been over to the center. When I can, I volunteer my time over to the center, which great center you guys do share, and you and Lindsay work out and doing magnificent things. It's Black History Month, and I'm talking to such Black, powerful forces to be played with. I know just a moment ago I was talking about how do you keep this center up and running? What is it tell the people what you got to do so?
You got to hustle, but you just have to network. You have to hustle, really, really you hustle. that's the word for today. Hustle, and really network, get to know folks, get out into the trenches and understand what's happening, and how you can be of service to your community, and then bring that back to funders and say, hey, this is the need in the community and this is what I need. This is what we need the money for, essentially. So it's really just hustling in that capacity. But me being a community member, I know, I'm out here every single day. I'm living in this. But there are, folks, that are going through way more than what I am going through. So, having conversations with them, having, support groups and hearing from them, getting that feedback and understanding and learning and growing. And then taking that back to funders and saying, this is what we need funding for. A lot of times we are denied, because they don't want to see us succeed. They don't want to see us grow or elevate at all whatsoever. And sometimes we do get, the funding, but a lot of times it's a no. But you just got to keep on pushing, until you get that yes. So that's why I say, you got to grind. It's a lot of grind.
And listen, I'm on that grind with you. We talk about we talk about trying to make it work for our people and just try to be a safe place for the people. As a nonprofit, as a person who has worked within a nonprofit, work around nonprofits, and always trying to be a philanthropist. When we used to hear that words when we were children, you would think of, hey, the Michael Jordan Foundation, or you would think of the Pittsburgh Foundation. I don't want to say anybody off of the record. When you hear them, that word philanthropy, the Mellons, you would think of them. But in your own right, let me give you your flowers. This Black History Month, 2024, you are, if this word is correct, you are a philanthropist. You have been you have been on the front lines to march for the safe spaces. You've been on the line to march for rights, equal rights for gay people. You have been on the line when it didn't feel good, when you weren't in the best mind's place, and you showed up for the people. You have been on the line for the city of Pittsburgh when they weren't working with queer and gay and Black people. They didn't want them around. You have been on the line, and I can just go on and go on. Let me hand you your flowers. Thank you, Dena, for being the person. You have always been. The marches, the late hours, staying up with people's babies. I know you and we work on a lot of different boards and with a lot of different programs, and we're always, and truth be told, if I could just say this, and if everybody could just give me this 1 minute and let me be me. There's some late nights when we're up crying, trying to figure it out. and nobody's answering their fucking phone calls. This work is unimaginable. But then when you got to stand up at 9 a.m. and you got to put a pretty smile on your face after you've been up all fucking night and you done walked through the cold weather and nobody appreciates you, there's not a soul who should not want to contribute to you, because we take this and we push it away. It has happened in the Black churches. It has happened in the Black families. It has happened for umpteen years that the gay thing has been a taboo. But if we really and truly want to talk about it, there's so much gay in this atmosphere, so much gayness going on. If you look at most of the churches where it started at, if you look at your little brother, your little sister in your family, if you look at right what you have in front of you, if you just look at someone in your family may be it. I am going to post, Dena, if you can post your Cash App on the live, I want to post it because I want people to pour into you, because I know them lonely days. I know them lonely nights. We are going to put Dena's Cash App up here, and we're not doing this. I don't ever ask anybody for anything when we come up here. But I do ask you all because I am here at night with Dena. There's a slew of people who is working with Dena when the times is rough. I'm not going to get to talk about any particular cases or say anything out of contents, but I remember a few months ago when there was a child missing and people were running around the city of Pittsburgh trying to find out where the child was. And the news was making all types of accusations. And truth be told, the child was in a safe place because it was at Dena's place. The child was showered, safe, eating a full meal because it was at Dena's place and because Dena was making it work. People don't understand you got a pantry over there. People don't understand you provide clothes. People don't understand you don't have to be LGBTQ plus or anything. You can walk right off the street and be anybody and say, can I get something to eat? And I've seen you order food. Give somebody some food that you brought for yourself. Take somebody to the bathroom. Tell them clean themselves, prepare themselves, and get ready for it. I've seen this work that you've done. So I am, guys, and I want everybody who can possibly do this. I'm asking you guys, if you can do it, I'm posting Dena's Cash App in the messages tonight. I want you guys to please, if you got $5 or $10, I don't give a dang what it is. Send it to her because she's doing the work. People stand up here and tell you, oh, we got gay people locked in. That's a motherfucking lie, because I know what Dena Stanley and Lindsay is over there doing. It's hard, you all. This is hard. And it just tears my heart up, because I've been on the phone with my sister and she's like, I'm running someone somewhere. I got to take someone somewhere. I got to do something. I'm going to a family. And I know, Dena, it just hurts my soul. And I know we weren't going to get into it, but I just need to say to people, I posted Dena's Cash App. For anybody who believes the fact that Dena is doing good work, and this may be your child. Every preacher, every teacher, every pastor, every deacon, every deaconess, if you're a member of a church, that Cash App should be hit tonight, because you know firsthand what it is to say, it's a taboo situation. I don't want to talk about it. It is a real thing that because what I do in my bedroom should not be publicized. And who I love, I should not get my ass beat for that.
And who I am, just as an individual.
I was going to get to that. And who I am as an individual, I should not be able to get. I should be able to live in a peaceful, harmony, loving space like everyone else.
Just be respected. You don't have to like it, but just respect me as a human being.
I posted this Cash App, guys. Please, if you guys can, I need for you all to really do what we can. Dena, I'm going to send you over a couple of dollars from We the People of 412, because we know the groundbreaking work you are doing. I love you. I love you. There's your flowers. And I'm going to continue to keep giving you your flowers all year round. You are the epitome of Black History Month in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I know I just wanted to talk about that. So Dena, tell me what you would call me again. I'm a cis man.
Yes, you're a cis man. You are a man, a cis man, okay?
My pronouns.
That just means that no, that's not your pronouns.
And my pronouns are what?
he, him.
You know, and I love you for that, because we get on calls and they be like, well, Sam, what's your pronoun? Sam. Well, what do you want to be called? Sam. Nothing else.
But
So,
you know what? That is fine. That is fine too, because some people actually do just say like, no, this is just me. And that is fine too. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. And people, need to respect that. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like it's a big deal, but people make it big deals, but that is all wrapped in white supremacy. Let's be clear. It's all wrapped in white supremacy. So
yeah.
just think about all of that, because if we didn't have all the rigmarole with all of the Black community, where would we be at? We'll be unified and we will be doing the work. But people are too concerned about, like you said, what folks is doing behind closed doors and to them, and going back and forth, and not understanding that when they attack us as queer people, as trans people, they're not going to stop there at all whatsoever. We are the guinea pigs. We are the test dummies for what they ultimately going to do.
Amber Sloan, Am, what's going on? I love you, sis. Am jumped on.
Amber,
She jumped on and she
here.
said, Amber, let's see, Amber, I'm gonna shoot you over. Let's see if we can get Amber. Amber, if we can get Amber in here. Amber, go to your email, and I'm gonna shoot you over something. Dena, let's talk about something else real quick, if you don't mind.
Sure. She said she's cooking dinner. Give her a few minutes. But where you wanted to?
I wanted to talk about what you do besides having the which email you want me to use too, Am. Let me know.
Everything. What? Like everything, everywhere. Like what?
Listen. Let's talk about the one thing that you and I work on so hard, and it's not just you and I, because God know in heaven, I like to give myself the credit. Like I am dog raw for girl. Let's talk about the one day, the 3 days, the weekend situation. Let me know when you're ready, Am, and I'll get you in here. Let's just talk about the one thing that you do for the city of Pittsburgh that is, if I could say, transformational.
So for the last 3 years, going into my 4th year, I have putting on Pittsburgh Pride. As far as like in the country, I am the only Black female, only Black person, only Black trans person, only Black person that is running the bigger prides. So yeah, we put on a really big show for y'all, every year. The purpose of me jumping in, or the reason why I jumped in and started doing Pride, was because I wanted to make sure that it was equitable for everybody, that it was, diverse and truly diverse, but that our folks were able to eat as well as everyone else.
Right.
When it comes to that, the city and the state, sometimes they can be a handful, but hopefully they'll get it together. But that's what happens when you're dealing with.
Let's talk about last year. Guys, please, I've posted Dena Stanley's Cash App in there. I need for everybody to please go in there and if you can do anything, send something over to Dena.
So last year we seen.
Let's talk about last year. Let's talk about what you did, what we did in the milestone. First, let's talk about who you brought in last year. Let's talk about that. Tell people who you brought in.
A few folks, but I will go ahead and send you over the video because it has everybody on there. Oh my goodness. It was amazing though. But I really like to, highlight the local folks. You know what I mean?
I know
But
you
we
do.
will get
We'll highlight them. We'll highlight them. But
we,
let's talk, because this is a big thing, though. And I know you don't like. I know you love your city. You rep your city hard, even though sometimes the city don't rep you. You rep this city. You are one of the. And it ain't about Pittsburgh Steelers. And it ain't about Pittsburgh Penguins. And I'm having problems with that email. Send me another one.
So last year was the 50th anniversary for Pittsburgh Pride, and we were, expecting, maybe like 25 to 50,000 people. We had 200,000 people show up to Pride. It was phenomenal. The march lasted for like almost 2 hours. Oh my goodness. And it was like it was history made in our city when it came to that. Because folks felt that safe to come out, in that space. They felt free in that space. Everybody, and yeah, it was just an amazing experience. This year, we will be at Point State Park for 2 days, May 31st and June 1st. June 1st will be the march. We're in talks with somebody really, really, really big to be the grand marshal. We won't release that until the day before.
Don't give it all to them. Don't give it all.
I said we won't release that to the day before. There are a lot of performers. I seen what you said, Amber, and I will look into her as well. And if we can secure, she would be on Sunday. Yeah, because Sunday it's a whole vibe. So the 31st, which is May 31st, which is Friday, and June 1st, which is Saturday, will be held at Point State Park. And then we will move over to Bloomfield, right by Trace Brewing and Cobra on Main Street. So we'll take that whole street from Main and Liberty all the way to Main and Penn. And we'll have stages on both ends, and we will go all day long from 1 until 9 p.m. And it's going to be a good time. And that
so
is
let's just say this, Dena, because I need the people to know this just ain't for gay people. This ain't just for Black people.
Oh, this is for us. It's for everybody.
This is for everybody. I know we talk about. I know we talk about. Oh my God, it's the Pride weekend. Pride does not mean gay. Pride means safe space. Loving on one another. Pride means I'm cheerful, I'm joyful, I'm happy to be here, I'm glad to be alive. Pride to me means I'm going out to have a good time.
Come out and learn.
Huh?
Come out and learn. The best way, I tell people all the time, the best way to get educated is being uncomfortable in situations.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go into those situations, you're uncomfortable because you know. This ain't my thing, or I don't really know, and da. But just get in there and understand a person. A person is a person.
Yeah, I want to say this. I have been working with you, I think 3 years now with this 3 years. I want to say this to you. Every year you have amazed me, and it doesn't go under notice. Your teams that you bring in. The security, the runners. I mean, I have, and I do a festival over in the Homewood area. I do several festivals throughout the year over in the Homewood area, in the East End area. I have learned some things the way you do your festival for that weekend. We have adopted some of them things, and I'm just giving you more flowers. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you for being my big sister. Because you are older than me.
Now, see, you were doing too much. Oh,
thank you for just allowing me.
It's trial and error for us as well. Like, we're still learning and growing as well. I think, by our 5th year, we will be rock, socket, and locked. Okay. But right now, we're still learning. We are still growing, and I just thank the people for sticking with us, and understanding, like, this is bigger than all of us. It really is.
Are you running into any difficulties this year with getting the state park? I know we had talked about that.
We're not going to talk about that right now.
You don't want to talk about it? I mean, let's just put it out
we're
there.
going to talk about it right now. So, look, give me one more month, and then we'll have that conversation.
All right, you all. So, look, I'm telling you guys, I am posting Dena for all those who are just now jumping in, I have Dena Stanley. She is the executive director, CEO of TransYOUniting here in Pittsburgh. She is one of my closest confidants. She is my big sister. I call her all the times when I need something, even in this work that we do, working within the nonprofit realm of things here in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. You may not have it all. So you got to connect with people who will be able to get you the resources. I mean, Dena is a force to be reckoned with, a bolt of lightning to have on your side. So I dropped her Cash App in the messages for all those who are just jumping on. The work that Dena does with the LGBTQ folks, we would need that help. We need that assistance. We need for you guys to really and truly adopt that. I don't do this often, but I'm asking because we are having a struggle this year trying to get things done. I am going to bring in, without further ado, if you don't mind, Dean, let's bring in our sister, our girl. Made it.
Hey.
What's up, Am?
What's up,
Am? I don't want to turn my look. I was being greedy, y'all. Look, I had to make a kiboshi and some fries. I'm sorry.
I know that's right.
I just came from the Stop the Violence little basketball thing they had in Homewood down the Y.
Really? How was that?
Stop the Violence youth basketball camp in the game.
That's what's up.
Yep. Thanks for everything, Dena. Hey, y'all make sure y'all donate to Dena. To what she's doing for Pride. I'm telling you, I'm co-signing it. She came up to her cousin came up because she was out of town. Yeah, sounding like real his tail off. I'm not gonna cuss.
Right.
I made sure we ate them burgers was good. And I would love for him to come back again. This is 10 years, Dena. Me and Leon got a lot of things planned together. So
yes, just keep me updated. I'm definitely here for it. Like, I'm about community. I'm about the betterment of our community. You know what I mean? That's
right.
For. We are a small number in Pittsburgh, you know what I'm saying, but we are mighty.
Right.
Yeah.
Clear. We are mighty.
And we're stronger together.
Absolutely. I people don't understand that.
I was just about to talk. We were just talking about a little thing, some of the things that happened last year at Pride, Pittsburgh Pride, and how it was really and truthfully last year. Every year has been an outstanding event, but last year, 50,000 people. It was more than that. It had to be more than that.
It was 200,000 people.
I mean, when I got to the bridge at this point, Dena, I'm not doing that this year. I'm telling you, I'm getting me a go-kart. Amber and we're not walking with you. We're getting a goddamn go-kart.
I'm going to make sure my CCAC people come to Pride too, and if you want them to march in, we marched the year before last, but Dr. APJ's gone.
I'm telling both of you all that march. I am getting me a go-kart. I can't
do my scooter because I'm going to buy a new one. So I'll be on my moped.
I cannot do that. I'm telling you, I can, Dena, we were just so amazed, Am. I guess let's stay focused. I was so amazed about how many people showed up. And this was politicians. I just want to listen.
Every politician was there, basically.
They know that they got to stand up and stand with us now. There ain't no such thing as pushing the LGBT.
But the thing is, you know, with that, it's so disheartening to me because a lot of times I'm not saying no names, and I'm not saying that that's what the case is, but
I'll say it if you need me to.
No, I'm not gonna say nobody's
name.
Right,
we'll say
like sometimes that these folks, they show up just to show face, but when it comes to doing the real work, they're like, yeah, no, we can't do this. We can't change that. We can't do X, Y, and Z.
Why, Dena, I will say this.
Aren't you there for that reason?
That's right.
To make change, to create change for us? Because you know what we go through as a people. You know what I'm saying?
You said the right thing, Dena. They show up to show face, to be on TV and drape themselves in gay shit, and then throw that shit to the side when they get around the corner.
Listen, and not even like some of the other, parades that they go to and some of the other events that they show up to, they just showing up to those events to show face. But like, what work are you doing really on the back end? They
don't come to my event because I don't play that. Kahari, your cousin Kahari's there. That's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know that's your cousin, Dena.
I know.
I do.
My
But that's
family is
my
very
guy. He'll tell
political.
you we like this.
Listen,
Yes.
and this ain't even about politics. I'm gonna say this about Kahari. I have been in some holes in the wall, and you see that bow tie come in there. Listen, and I'm just gonna say it like I know how to say it. That nigga shows up.
He does.
For his people.
He does. Let me tell you something. He has been engaged. He told me, like, Amber, you helped me out in many ways. He had been engaged with the Black business owners in Homewood. I got like he's with the O1 now. Every time we do like Tasha Mays, he is showing up. Polo sweatsuit or suit. He's showing up. I can't even knock him.
He shows up, okay? But like that's what I'm saying. Like people that don't talk about it, they just do the work in real time. You know, that we need more people like that that are showing up.
I just hope no politicians come over here trying to take this pride from us, because guess what? We're gonna fight.
They're not going to do that. I'm not going to allow that to happen at all whatsoever. We're not here for that. But
we're not even going to speak that into existence, Amber, because it will go down.
I would like for them to be able to work with us. You know,
and not against us.
I think that it is imperative that, you know, we partner on that capacity, because it is such a large event, and sometimes you don't get all the funding, you know. And then, you know, with our community, when you start thinking about like more marginalized people within that marginalized community, they can't afford to go to a lot of the stuff that's happening. So we want to try to keep it as free as possible, but you can't do that if you know what I'm saying, if you don't have help from certain entities like the city and like the state, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of costs that are associated with it.
There's a lot of money that goes into the LGBT community that I don't think is being furbished out like it should be.
It is not. Let me explain something. Every single solitary organization, business, and corporation, and like what the state and government all have an earmarked budget for Pride. Now, what they use it for, we
don't know.
So what it's for us.
You know, Corey Connor's on them about that homeless stuff right now. Corey Connor want to know all these small organizations getting their money. Who's helping the homeless people for real? Like, we do really need some real audits. And I don't even like. See, I probably shouldn't have got on this call with y'all.
Why not?
Because you got to tell the truth, but then people will be mad at me.
That's the thing that I'm talking about, because people don't understand. It's just like, y'all talk about the work that you're doing, but you're really not doing the work. You know where that money goes to? That lines their pockets. It goes to salaries.
Do you know nobody donate? I don't get no funding from no entity, city, county, or state. I'm on 10 years.
That's wild. And they have the money.
Let me say this, you all. Did you all know?
Come and beg and argue and plead with them to get a little bit of funding.
I'm not kissing no ass for $200 or $300.
Nobody's doing that at all whatsoever. Y'all see the work that is happening in the community, but then you will come out there and you'll say, "Oh, well, I stand with you and whatever you need." And when you come to them on the real,
and you call them, they don't answer.
Or if they answer, it's some back and forth bull crap, and it's like, what's happening here?
Let me say something to both of you all. Let me say something. And I know this is me just being serious. We need to take pride and put pride on election day. That would change people's behavior all the way around. I just want to say this to the both of you all, because all three of us, we do a collective group, and I think we're all, and it's crazy because when I sit and think about it, at every one of the events that we throw, Am comes out for mines, I come out for Am. Dena, you show up for mines and start bringing your cooking team, and I love you so much. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, Am, I ain't gonna lie to you. For that national night out last year, Rico came over and said, "We ain't got no more hamburgers." Dena said to me, she came up to me. So I said that, and Rico, I was like, "Rico, that's it. We're out of hamburgers." Dena came up and said, "Hey, look here. Now your friend had told me we out of hamburgers. Now he said it to you, but if you don't give me something so we can go get some more hamburgers and feed the rest of these people,
because they wanted some food.
Because we don't do that. We make sure them people, when you had them events in those communities, they really be hungry.
Exactly. And it was so amazed because I had to have the street team take, and Dena was like, I'm not driving. You better get somebody. I love you, Dena, so much for doing that, because you don't know everything. And my event is not as large, or our event is not as large as yours, Dena. You know, National Night Out is the one.
National Night Out was a hit this year, though.
Yeah, it was
I think
amazing,
we had the best National Out.
Exactly.
Oh,
it's still an event
we
that
did,
impacts our community. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how
good
small or how big it is. It's about the impact that it has on our
There
community.
we go. There we go.
Let me say this. Well, let me get this in there. And we did, by the papers, by everybody. I want to let everybody know there was one cop who was there almost the whole day, and that was Crawford.
Jeff Crawford, get well, brother.
I want to just send my thanks out. I want to just say a few things. That cop, that young man, that black man who's from this area stayed as long as he can. They were pulling him in different directions. We had National Night Out with not one incident. Not one incident. And there was not a whole, we got no services. No services. We asked for the horses. We asked for the fire department, just like everyone else. And guys, and I'm not talking about them, but we had such a good time, and we had so many things to offer to the community. That National Night Out last year, Amber, and I thank you. I thank Miss Money. I thank Dena Stanley. I thank Amber Sloan. I thank Rico Rucker. I'm telling you guys, we had showed up and showed out, and it was absolutely 100%.
I can't wait for this year
to be divine. This year, Rico and we are in great discussions, and we're going to do some things. But the point I wanted to say to you guys, and I just found out about this, did you all know, with you being 10 years in it, Amber, Dena, with you being 5 years into this, did you all know the city of Pittsburgh actually has a fund for festivals?
Yes. Yes, they have so much money for festivals, which is my event. They won't give me nothing, though.
And I asked this question, how is it that one or two people get this festival money when we have such impact, and this is across the nation.
We are not having this conversation.
I can take y'all down to my garage right now. I got cases of book bags down there.
Right now.
Cases of book bags I'm buying already.
No, because it's serious. It got to be said, though, Dean. There is a festival fund, and when you're having festivals that impact 200,000 and 300,000 people, when you impact nations, hundreds of little children, what Amber does, when you're packing Homewood's 2 blocks of Homewood streets, I'm not saying no one else is doing it. But all I'm saying is, guys, please share the wealth, share the love to people who are really and truly doing it. That's
I will say
saying.
this. Let me say this. The money is there. They're not telling us how to access the money. That's the thing. They tell their friends how to access it, but they won't tell us how to access it. So it's not.
I had a friend that was the top dog down at the city, and she used to tell me, like, we're going to help you get some money in the festival lane, but she's not there at the city no more. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Tara Murphy, my round. But she is the one who had told me there's plenty of money downtown for events, and it's under the festival.
Yeah.
So I went to the city of Pittsburgh. I went to the city of Pittsburgh last year, and I asked a few questions about some money for the Homewood Festival. And the truth be told, I mean, I was getting back some backlash because I even went and asked them about it. And, I even asked city council, and, at that time, our city council was Ricky Burgess. And Ricky Burgess has said to my face, he doesn't give out any funding throughout his office. Then when I looked at the budget of what he was signing off for other organizations, it blew my mind. And then throughout my time of it, I heard from his particular office, I was trying to extort monies for my personal gain for the festival. I'm telling you guys, I'm so thankful, so thrilled that you guys have seen and y'all are doing the work. It doesn't go unnoticed. I want to give you, Amber, because you are on here in this Black History Month, I was going to do that, but it seems that you continue to keep jumping in on Let's Talk About It. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Dena, for doing it. I mean it, y'all. I mean, because no one else is doing it. And we got to do more about it. I don't want to spend too much time on that, but I wanted to kind of talk about some particulars. some particular things, Dena, if you don't mind. And if you're on here,
You trying to be messy, but I'm listening.
I'm on here, but don't pull me in no shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, cause he like to do that.
Don't pull me in no shit.
That's why I'm like, what? No. I'm not touching none of that.
I want to just talk to you all and ask you all, what is your prediction this year for
the election?
The election that is coming up.
I feel like the Trump's gonna win.
What did you say, Dean?
I feel like Trump's gonna win.
I do too. He's doing a good job of getting rid of the other people, so it could just be him and Nikki. So he only got to be on the thing fighting the Republican with that girl Nikki.
I really do, and it's so sad because what people don't understand is at the end of the day, if that man gets into office,
it's hell.
I just want to say,
democracy as we know it will cease to end. How I don't understand how people don't understand. But the thing is, they're not educated enough. That is the problem. Like, so I can't say I don't.
They worried about stimulus.
Educated enough.
Talking about Uncle Trump come back, we're gonna get money.
But you're not getting no money. You're not getting nothing. They have the plan X or plan T for 2025, where they eliminate everything, agriculture, like literally everything, and then they build into that system's new stuff. What we talk about when we talk about abolition work, they're really doing it. We talk about it, but they're actually doing it. They're
you
actually
see how they ran up in
the system and rebuilding it for what they needed to work, how they wanted to work for them. Because they said, you black people came in 2020 and we gave y'all a little bit of grace, but now we need to whip you back into shape. And us as black people are so just like lost in time, and we don't know our culture and our history like we should. They were like, oh, we'll be fine. Like, we ain't got nothing. You think you don't have nothing. But wait till this man get back in and he's going to show you how much you thought that you didn't have, that you can have less than even that.
Man, the way they was planning to ride through Pittsburgh, and we got to look at it. Pennsylvania, if you pay attention, we're one of the states that man hate, because we flipped the table when we start talking about politicians. You notice Biden and Kamala and them keep coming to Pittsburgh. Because they really putting the target on Pittsburgh for Trump in the long run.
So because of the flipping of the district attorney, I don't know. This is what I was told, so I really have to do some more research. So I'm talking off the cuff. So y'all, but
this is her opinion, y'all.
My opinion. I'm talking off the cuff. It's my opinion.
Girl, Elvin, then click what you said and send it to somebody.
But this part is fact. Pennsylvania is the state that they're looking at. That's why they keep coming here. Mm-hmm. But what is my opinion is two of the counties. Well, this is fact. 2 counties that hold up the state of Pennsylvania. That's Philadelphia County and Allegheny County. All the rest of the counties are basically Republicans. So my theory is the reason why they keep coming into Pittsburgh and focusing on Pittsburgh is because the DA, when it flipped into Republican, they're like, there might be a chance that we can flip Allegheny County. If they flip Allegheny County, then they might be able to take Pennsylvania. It will become
people got to stop having these races, and you got to bring, when we running for DA, I'm starting to think people be working for the DA that's in office right now to make sure that we don't get a new DA in office. That's what I'm starting to feel like.
No, I think what happened
because didn't something happen to Matt Dugan like they did to Ron Jenkins towards the end?
We have not heard or seen Matt.
I don't
listen.
Think,
this is my opinion, and this is what I heard. Y'all hear me? I heard that it was said that Matt Dugan, after the primaries, didn't care for LGBT people.
That's a lie.
Is it? Okay, thank you. That's what I said. That's what I heard.
That's an absolute.
Cool.
Well, I will say this. Before all of that stuff, he came into my space and was, in his space, very comfortable with all the girls and everything. Like, we were having performances. He was giving money. He would come to a lot of the events that we were having. You know,
Was that the first quarter before the primaries?
This was before all of it, and even when he got into you know, and
got on the ballot.
When he got onto the ballot after he won and everything of that nature, I still seen him out. He would still come out if I called him and needed anything or anything was happening. All that was still happening. If I call him today, he would still pick up and answer. So that's for me.
I wonder why they said after he won the primaries that they pushed him to the side and said he didn't like gays or some shit.
I don't know what happened. There might have been a situation that happened, but I know
they say that's kind of why he wasn't pushed as much for the second half.
So I know. let me say this. I
don't think that's what happened. I think he just had a bad team.
Because he let his team dictate where he went.
No, I think that what his team thought was, oh, we won, you know, as a Democrat, you know, primary, you know what I mean? So in the general that we got it. And it's like, no, you have this incumbent person that's been here for 20 something years.
And all he got to do is go in between Pittsburgh and Philly and he wins it.
Exactly.
He goes out to those white neighborhoods. He got a team of people to go. He strategically does what he does. He does it well.
Because the people they like him. They like everything that man do. So once he got back onto the ballot, he got on the ballot as a Republican. If you notice, all of the Democrat stuff, everybody still voted Democrat, but when it came to him, they voted Republican. Yep. So that means, you know what I mean? It wasn't about anything but him. That man. They said, oh well, we're gonna keep him in.
We know he's gonna show up, and some black people have even said, why? I mean, why go into something different? We don't get shit anyway.
So the thing is, I think that he stopped. It wasn't him, but like his campaign just got, you know, to a place where they were just like, all right, you know,
they stagnant. I think that's what it was.
I was trying to get him to come to my community day and everything to meet the people. He wouldn't answer my text no more.
Oh wow.
So hey guys, listen.
I mean, but I ain't mad at him. I still went in and, you know what I mean? I be thinking personally that people be fucking a lot of these elections up when it come to these main seats. And like I told Kahari when he won, I'll always respect Kahari because, and he heard it 1,000 times from me, that guy Stan was running for city council. And with those two men done is what we have been trying to do forever to get Burgess out of seat. When we got Lee on the run, it was 9 motherfuckers, excuse my language, that wanted to run. One-on-one, he would have beat Burgess. So a lot of times I be thinking like people jump in these races.
Well, he was paying. We all believe that he was paying
people to run, right?
Yeah, so they just enter as fillers.
Yes.
Well, being that Carmen Brown,
Kahari changed the game, and I'll always respect him because to me, he told that man, "I'm gonna give you a job. Let me run. Let me come." That man came over there. He still got a job. He still worked with Kahari. That is integrity, and that's the type of. And he couldn't. That's what I respect about him.
Let me say this about it. You know,
my people.
What? I can't even say anything.
Even get it out. What's going on?
Let me say this. It was a time that needed a shift, and I think we got that shift. I don't want to badmouth or say anything bad, but if you're just jumping on to this Facebook Live, to this YouTube channel, to this Instagram channel, I want everybody to know that I dropped into the messages a Cash App. That Cash App is to help TransYOUniting. This Cash App is not, because, you know, we got to be like church because we're dealing with black folks. Dena already has a car. Dena already has a house. Dena is taken care of. But
you put my wrong Cash App up there. You didn't put the organization Cash App. You put my personal one.
You put her real personal. She want her business one up there. You know, so that's the difference.
I'm sending it to you now. I don't know how you don't
take that DD Pittsburgh down. They'll be saying that's her personal email Cash App. Put it on her business.
I'm sorry, Dean. Let me take her personal one down. But if you're just now jumping on here, I want you to go into the messages. And please, I am posting in the messages Dena's Cash App to her business or to her organization. What Dena does so much on her time, on our time for the community. where she is trying to make a change. We can all set up and talk about it, and we can all make accusations on what gay people do and what gay people are and how taboo it is. But the truth of the story is, when you really and truly sit and say something, and you really and truly understand that we have gay people right in our own household, in our own community, the people who we look at and love every day. Some of these gay people go to the church that we attend, and they're quiet. And some of these gay people go to the same school we go to. So being that Dena TransYOUniting helps everybody. And I'm gonna say some other names, some other organizations, Dena, just because you and Amber's conversation isn't done. But I do want to give a shout out to some organizations that really and truly do the damn thing. First and foremost, and I'm going to always say it, I'm going to say it first of all, TransYOUniting is doing a damn thing. Thank you, Dena. Your flowers go abundantly. I'm giving you 32 dozens of roses today. Red, blue, black, orange, purple. You got them in every color for the work you do. True Tea. This organization is located down in the Bloomfield. Am I correct, Dena? The Bloomfield area. These two gentlemen who are running this organization are dynamic. You have what is it?
Binion and John Easter. And True Tea is basically arts and media within the queer community.
Is Tinky on there? Is Tinky with TransYOUniting?
Tinky comes and helps out volunteers a lot over here, and also volunteers with True Tea as well. And we partner on a lot of things together. We just did the Black HIV.
That's my baby, Tinky.
Hey, Mama C. Hey, Mama C. Thank you for jumping in. But hold on. I want to give some more. I want to shout out some more names. True Tea is one of them. Central Outreach provides medical services for the community. Dr. Stacey Lane is located over on the north side, and she provides services for the community as well. AIDS Free Pittsburgh. I got a dear friend who works there. I know he speaks about they are a resource where you can just go get resources. That's AIDS Free Pittsburgh. What is it? What do they call Alliance over there in East Liberty? What is it called? The
Allies.
Allies over in East Liberty. I love this place. This place truthfully shows up for the people, and they do so. Guys, if you have, they're a medical part too. Ain't that right, Dena?
She talking.
I'm sorry. Allies, they do a lot of medical as well over there. Am I correct?
Yes. So they are like Central Outreach, which they offer medical for the queer community.
They are not like Central Outreach. They are allies who have been around a very, very long time. They do
talk your stuff.
Similar what? Huh?
I said talk your stuff. Do your big one. Yes.
Hey, yeah,
they
I
also
see
have
your
a
body
pantry.
language, Dena.
Huh?
That look you had. You said, go ahead, run it.
Okay, like run it. Go ahead, talk your stuff. They also have a pantry on site. They do a lot of things. We just actually partnered with them. They had took over the program, an existing program called Silk, and now that program is ran out of the community center as well. So we've been partnering with them to do that also. And Silk here, they have game night, craft nights. They just did a Vogue session, practice. They do testing 3 times a week out of the community center. Like, it's just amazing things that we are doing. Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to say they aren't like Central Outreach. They do a whole lot of community things. I know both organizations do a lot of community things, but Allies is a very unique, and it has been around for a very long time. So I wanted to just give them their flowers as well. Am, is there anybody you know in the community other than the ones we have mentioned? True T, I just love you guys. I wish I can get them on for Black History Month as well, but there's going to be much more other times to get them on. But Am, do you know anybody else who we haven't mentioned, who people can turn to? Listen, these organizations, well, most of these organizations that we mentioned is set up for LGBTQ plus binary people, but anyone on the street can walk in and get resources. I know over at TransYOUniting, Dena don't give a dang your color, your age, what you look like. You can hobble in.
Give me some information so I can put it in my office at CCAC.
I will definitely. I will
Because
bring it over
there's
there
a lot of
personally.
younger people that is starting to come into. We getting a lot of younger folks to come on campus. You know, and they still be at that age. They don't know if they could come out or not yet. So I always talk to a couple, like, you know what I mean? It's a couple down there. So if y'all bring me some info, I'll put it up with my other info on my desk in the office.
Oh, period.
So Sammy, make sure you get it, boo, when you out.
I definitely will. I want to let you all know. I'm reposting the Cash App on the live here because Dena does absolutely exquisite work for the community. It's just not enough to say. It's just not enough to say about you, Dena. It's not enough to tell about that organization over there. You guys are doing the damn thing. And I love you so much for doing it. I know I give you hell all year round, and you give me hell. So this year, I know your event is coming up before my big event, my big 1 and 2s. Please look forward to it. Dena, once you get that flyer up and made, send it over to us. Amber, once you get your flyer up and made, now Amber, I'm hearing some things within the dynamic.
I'm still waiting on the first day of school for next year to get a date.
I'm hearing some
Well,
things.
I will say this: March 1st, we will drop our first headliners for Friday. So
let me know. Make sure I'm tagged in that. That's my birthday weekend.
Oh man, yes, March 1st, we will drop the headliners for May 31st, and then April 1st, we will drop the headliners for Saturday, which is the big day, and then May 1st, we will drop the headliner for Friday. So each month we're going to drop the headliners. I know people are like, "Well, I want to know now." No.
Dena, did you get to connect with my coworker I sent to the website? Did she reach out to y'all? Was our cheer violence team want to just if want us to march, they might, whatever.
Yes,
our team is bigger now, so we're trying to get more active in the community. That's why I sent her to you.
Oh, perfect. She may have. I have an assistant.
Her name is Rihanna Graham. I'll ask her when we go to work Tuesday.
Yeah, ask her please and let me know because I have my 2 assistants to be on that.
Because
they
we set up
all my meetings. Yeah, they schedule all the meetings. So I talk to all the folks and they do all the scheduling. And then like any of the forms that need to be filled out, we try to go in there and fill them all out together. It is a large overhaul. And we have a small team. But what I will say to folks though out there that you want to get into something or you want to do something and you get a whole bunch of no's, just keep going because it's only going to take that one yes and you off. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to get a whole bunch of no's. That's the thing. Like in this work, we get so many no's and you get so discouraged sometimes, but you got to keep on pushing and pressing on in this work because there's a lot of people who don't have that at all whatsoever. And when they get a little bit, it's like heaven. It's like magic. We have a team of people that are so comfortable in this space, like our employees. If they go anywhere else, they will not be this comfortable. They can come in here and literally be themselves.
I must say, I've gone over there, and I'm probably going to. Me and you probably jump in the car one day when you get off of work.
Yes, bring Amber over. You haven't been over yet.
No, I haven't.
Next week, Am. Why don't we just make it? I get one of my handlers to take us.
Let's try Thursday. I get my hair. Maybe Thursday we can.
Yeah,
Thursday morning.
I'll tell you a little bit about the space, Amber. So like in the space, we have like this communal space where we just do a lot of different things, events and different things of that nature. We have a computer library. We got a queer library as well, where we have a lot of banned books. And again, this is the 3rd largest. Well, not again, because I didn't tell y'all this yet.
They know what everybody be there from 10s on up.
This state is the 3rd largest state to ban books, if you did not know. So if you have any books at all whatsoever, may it be queer or may it be Black, and you want to donate them to the space, our address is 525 East Ohio Street, You can mail them. You can bring them yourself. Or the zip code is 15212. Sam, can you pin that up for folks? We want to make sure that we have an excessive amount of books for folks when they come in, but we do have a queer library. We do testing up here as well. We have a shower on site. We have a laundry facility, but we don't have the washer and dryers yet. So we're fundraising to get the washer and dryers. We're going to have 2 units in there for folks to come wash their clothes. We have a whole toiletry and, excuse me, craft wall, like literally expands the whole length of the building, where we have a lot of toiletries, a lot of craft supplies for people to come in and just grab things that they need. We have a pantry for folks, and most of the time, like over here where we're at, it's high traffic transient folks. You know what I mean? So they come in and we're going to service them. Like Sam said, I don't care who you are. If you need help, we're going to help you. Period, point blank.
Amber,
that's perfect, because I got a lot of my students that be struggling and be needing stuff.
Listen.
Amber, let me say this to you. I was over there, and I was volunteering my time over with Dena, and this is no lie, and I'm not gonna lie. You know, I can put on. This is no front. I can put on a show if you guys need me to, but I'm not. Dena was sitting on the couch in her little setting area, and the room was full. The room was full. It was just quite a few people in there. Dena was actually preparing herself to have an event over there. And this man, there was nothing LGBTQ about him. Walked in off the street. And I grabbed my pearls. I'm not going to lie to anybody. Dena jumped up. She's like, hey, babe, what can I do for you? He's like, I need to go to the bathroom. Dena sent somebody in the bathroom before and sent someone in the bathroom afterwards. Dena said, well, when the man was fixing himself, Dena said, you got to get yourself together. There's people out here. She took him through her pantry. What do you need? He had one bag going in. When he left out, Dena had gave him a full meal, some clothes, some toiletries. I'm telling you, when I say this to you guys, Dena is over there doing it. So if you guys can put anything, Dena, send me that, what you just told me to put into the chat, the information for the books and your address. If you guys can please, the Cash App is in the messages in the thread. Please, guys, Dena, I'm going to send you over a Cash App. I want everybody to know, Dena, I'm going to work on getting you one or the other washer or dryer. That's going to come from We the People of 412. We gotta, if we don't do nothing, but we gotta stick together, because them is my brothers, my sisters, my aunts, my uncles, and my people. So from We the People of 412, I am going to go down and I'm going to make sure that I get you one or the other, so we can start you off with one of them. We need a new washer and dryer for you guys. I'm gonna make sure that happens as soon as I possibly can this week. I'm gonna get my
I'm gonna send you $100 on Thursday. I'll send $100 to you Thursday, Dena, on your washer and dryer.
Thank you. Yes.
That'll be my gift. And every year for my birthday, I try to get something back. So that'll be I give you $100 towards the washer or dryer.
Oh, thanks. As soon as we get it, we were definitely gonna post it. So we're getting the combination, the washer and dryer combination, so we can get 2 of them. So we're able to we could put them into the spaces. If we get 4 units, it would be too much. So we're going to get 2.
I probably could make a post and find somebody that probably donate you some. Maybe Monday morning I could make a post asking my community.
That would be amazing. I will send you over all the information. I'm going to
I'll post it Monday morning and ask anybody know, you know what I mean, they got any washers or dryers they'd like to donate.
How about I do this, and why don't I prepare a flyer, put your stuff all on there, Dena.
I don't need to be on there.
Let's prepare a flyer and put it on there so we can get our
standard board, because all I hear is the police. I'm sorry, let me turn that thing off. There's something going on. There's so many police going on out right now.
You said there's a police? No, I'm playing with
yes, it's loud out there with the scanners.
So this is what I'll do. We'll drop a flyer together, and we'll get
it. And regardless, I'll give you $100 Thursday for wash or dry or whatever. If you want to get fried, that's it.
Dena, since you want the up and down, and I was going to just see if I can go and get one for you, and I totally understand about the space. Why don't I just go ahead and match Amber with her, what she's going to do, I'll get that over to you as quickly as I can as well for the washer and dryer. So, because I understand that space that you want to do the up and down. Hey, ladies, it's that time of day. I want you all to know, for real, I'm not going to lie to anybody. For me,
this turned out to be an organic conversation. I just got on.
Right, and it was amazing.
Live, and Sammy always do this. Jump on, Amber.
Listen, Am, I just want to say this to you. I think I love you so much. It takes us all the way back to Rosenstein. And
right. And people got an idea about me, and I be wanting people to re-meet me. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times, there's a lot of few people, that at one time, people tried to say I was transphobe, or I was, no, this is a real conversation from a real place, because Dena's on here too. And I respect her, I always respected her. I'm just the type of person that if my energy don't match your energy, it don't match. It doesn't make me no kind of way, and I'm a firm believer, like, we gotta teach the ones coming behind us.
Yeah.
Like, we have to educate them on pronouns. It's the thing now, so we got to learn, like, let's educate these. Maybe, I get it because I'm young, I'm in between era, I feel like, but then there's the ones behind us have no idea of what it is. And, I'm me, Sam, me, and a lot of people got an idea, but I'm one of the coolest mugs if you really just sit down and have a conversation with me. I just don't open up to people because I came from dirt, you know what I mean? And I ain't had no trust. So it takes a minute, you know what I mean? But a lot of times when I protest, people was hating me. They didn't even know my wife had just died. I was going through some real shit, you know what I mean? And ready to fight people, but I'm fully healed now, after therapy for 10 years. But
ain't nothing wrong with that, Am.
Yeah, I just was always a misunderstood person, and I was smoking, so I ain't want to have the camera on. But I'm one of the most solid, realest people you want to meet, and they'll tell you. Even Kahari, he's like, man, I got much respect. You got to have a real conversation with me, and I always tell people, don't judge me off of my experiences with another individual.
I think that led me right into the segue, Am. I appreciate you. I love you like a fat kid
love
cake.
Too.
And it takes me all the way back to Rosenstein when you was my boo. Way back then, you still my boo to this day.
Tell the people you ran for mayor in 1992.
Listen, some people think I just fell out the woodwork. Yeah, Dena, we're gonna talk about it again.
We were seniors in high school at Westinghouse, Dena. Dena, we was shut up. We was about to graduate. That nigga was running for mayor in April of 1992, our motherfucking senior year. Excuse my language, y'all. He had it on. He had, I think, a blazer or something, and it was Sam Gibson for mayor.
A lot of people think I just dropped out of the woodwork and I started doing this yesterday.
No, anybody from class, and I get my yearbook right there. Sammy run for mayor when we were seniors in high school.
That's crazy.
I was running.
I wish I could remember who, but we were seniors.
Yeah.
And we planning to graduate. He planning to be the mayor. He's on the news for running for mayor. Like, that's historic if people don't know that. You know what I mean? Like, you got to tell your story, Sam.
You do.
One day I will. Am, I love you. I appreciate
you.
You
didn't just decide. You've been at this before I went to prison. I went to prison and got educated. Mm-hmm. And we back here. But, nigga, you ran for mayor in 1992, our senior year. And a lot of people don't know that. I tell everybody that story because that's history. He was a senior in high school.
I love you so much, Am. I appreciate you.
Too, bro.
My story's not done. I'll bring you back. You be
all
good.
Right,
and
love
have a
y'all.
good night. Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. Dena. I know our night was full and electrifying. Our night, our time on here is spectacular. Amber, if I could say anything, I'm the cake and she's the icing. But with you bring the candles to accent every bit of what we do here. I'm so glad we can bring a trio like this trio on and we can talk about it and we can do things and we're changing and we're impacting lives just on 3 different other levels. When they said people of color, people of a different look, people who do different things won't do it. And I thank you every day for what you do. I really, truly do. You're one of the most beautiful, blackest, prettiest queens I know in today's society. One of the realest, and if I can say, y'all, one of the realest things I've ever come across. You have always been that. Even as a young kid, you've always been that. Say something to the people, because I'm going to let you go because we're over our time. But I just want them to know, what is that address again?
The address to our facility, or to the community center, is 525 East Ohio Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 15212.
Queen, you are always one of my favorites. You and Am, I can't tell you all enough. I bless you all. I thank you. Go in peace and not in pieces. Stay beautiful. Keep that beautiful smile. I will see you on the runway doing what it is that we do. I love you for being you. Continue to keep being you. Stay beautiful, Dean.
All right.
Hey, guys, I can't tell you guys, I mean, tonight was truthfully electrifying. To have Dena Stanley and Amber Sloan come in on what I thought was just going to be a 45-minute we talking about things of the community, of what's happening in the gay community, or in the LGBTQ community. But tonight was exciting, and tonight was breathtaking. We learned about what does pronouns mean and what it is to be called a cis man, because that's what she said I am. I'm a cis man, and I'm okay being that, coming from my sister. I'm telling you guys, if you don't know anybody, if you don't have any gay friends, go get you a gay friend, because all of them know how to dress, all of them know how to do something, all of them know how to keep it real. And I'm so glad to call my friends my friends. We the people of 412, we love you guys. We thank you all for coming in and being able to experience this experience with us on this platform. We're gonna give you all another story. We got so much to tell you guys. I can't wait to bring Amber on by herself. Amber is doing so many great things in this city this year. Oh my God, my sister is moving and shaking. Dena is changing lives right in front of us. I don't know what else to say to you all, but Black History Month here in Pittsburgh is transformational. With that being said, Pittsburgh, New York, Oklahoma, Ohio, West Memphis, wherever you are at on the great 50 states, in the great 50 states, we love you all. I love you all. And if loving you all is not right, I don't want to be wrong. Y'all, stay fresh, stay gorgeous, stay good looking. I'll see you all again. I'm bringing someone else on. We got one more week of Black History Month, and I'm gonna try to give you guys as much as I possibly can. In the meantime, between times, you all stay fly, you all stay sexy, and you all stay fresh. From my heart to yours, bridging the gap is easy, but making it work is what's fulfilling. You all stay good, peace, be love, and I'll see you all real soon.